Hey everyone, bloodmako here, and this is my video for, well, it's both the Dare to Defy 4th one and also the Divine Ramuh Shinryu? No wait, it's not Shinryu, it's called something else, right? I keep forgetting. I really should know what it is by now, right? Spiritus, yes, also S. I hate this stage. I hate this so much. I hate this passion. I'm not even gonna try it again to complete any of the 3 challenges. I don't think so at least. I'm just gonna get my 10 and then I'm done. You know, I don't even care about bringing Ash to the fight itself, even though you'll see later on when I finish compiling all the free pools that we get for the, you know, every day we get one free pool, right? I did the Ash free pool as well during today. And I got her F4 actually, so yeah, but I'm not going to bother trying. It's so painful for me. I actually attempted this stage, I believe, 10 times, and you might be saying to yourself, you know what? It's just 10 times, right? It's not difficult. Just going quick. No, guys, it is not just going quick. It is going, understand the mechanics, fail miserably, and then have to restart the fight because, you know, I'm unlucky. Okay, so first up, this is my first mistake. I did not put Wind Drake on everyone, and right now because of the debuff, there is a chance that Oren might die. Because if the turn order is wrong, this is all happening very fast. But if the turn order is wrong, let's say A goes first and then B follows after, you can just restart the run because there's no way that Oren can survive. A will put Oren into last turn and B will just finish Oren off. However, if it's the other way around, if B is the one that is going first and A is the one that is putting Oren into last 10, it's fine because Oren can survive one trigger of the last 10, because after that he will heal. The only issue is that his heal is not enough to put him back to above half, so yeah, he needs one turn, you know, one turn or one additional counter, and then he'll be in last 10 range. So that was my first mistake. My second mistake was using Core right here because Machina is fully slotted, so he cannot get any more buffs. So that was another mistake. So Machina will constantly be feeding them this particular debuff that I was trying to avoid. This debuff is pain. It brings you down to 1. It's basically like a 100,000 or 1 million Graves set builds. It's pretty ridiculous. There's no way that you can get out of this basically. And yeah, and it's almost impossible to shave them down because of how resistant they are to everything. And they can't be broken as well. Yeah, this stage is so stacked against us, right? So yeah, I can see what people are doing counter team comp. Not sure how Ash fits into all this. Maybe they take additional damage from magic, I'm not sure, but again, they can't be broken, so you know. I see how she plays out towards the end of the fight, but not in this set of the fight itself. Setzer is also really good for this because you can freeze them, and honestly all their big hits involve them gaining a ton of Brave. So if they have freeze on them, then yeah, you know, you're good to go. Now that I think about it, I could have actually brought Carter for this one. Oh, but she can't really taunt that long, so yeah, that might be an issue. This is one of the burst sequence where bringing a launch is actually not good because first of all, we don't have any Brave regen. Well, not much at least. Oren does have a little bit. Machina does have his as well. But I feel that bringing a Kid Thief core is actually better than a Seed Rains core. First of all, it allows me to go in at 10 bursts, you know, 10 turns of the FR. So when I come out, I still have about 2 turns. You know, it depends on your turn order. But yeah, you have about 3 turns or 2 turns. And then you can let the boss go a few times, so you can counter them with very high HP damage bonus. So honestly, right, if you can make it to the burst sequence phase, I like to call it, I actually broke down this fight into a few stages. First is getting to the burst sequence stage, and after that is getting to the next FR stage. Those are pretty safe. In fact, getting to the burst sequence is the hard part because there's a chance that, like I said, the turn order might be wrong and stuff like that. And then the boss likes to do this move as well. That one big move that heals itself and damages the party by a lot. Okay, Sometimes it happens before the burst, sometimes it happens after the burst. Most of the time you should be fine. You know, as long as your party is above half health, yeah, there shouldn't be an issue. Especially with a Alexander call. Sorry, summon. Also bring Alexander, don't bring I forgot what was Earth one. Brothers, yeah. Because you don't need the damage. You need the damage more than anything else. I made the mistake of, in fact I actually did one with the brothers and I completed it. That was the normal Spiritus stage that I recorded the first part but I didn't record the second part. Basically I went to the burst, I stopped the recording, and then during lunch I wanted to record it again but I forgot to press record. I was pretty sure I pressed record. I'm not sure, there was no footage, so I had to, instead of restarting the Shiryu one, I might as well just do it in the dead recording. So this is both basically. And yeah, it's actually the exact same thing. I did not change anything. In fact, I just improved the call. I believe the previous one I actually brought a Seamon call? No War of Light. I'm not sure. No. Wait, I think I brought a War of Light call, but no Lena call. Lena call is actually pretty useful right here. In fact, she actually saved us towards the end of the fight. So I recommend Lena or someone that can heal your party. Aerith might not be bad, but I'm not sure how her LD, whether her LD works on like her usual LD basically, because you want to dodge the debuff. Honestly, that's it. That's the only debuff you want to dodge. Subsequent debuffs are not that potent, they're not that strong, so you don't have to worry about it. All you have to really worry about is the beginning of the fight and the end of the fight. The in-between is just like the dynamic turn, just making sure you have enough health. If they go into their force gauge move, it's not a big deal. It's not as painful as the 20 turns one. The 4 turns one is a joke, to be honest. You can survive it without any form of indication, which honestly you guys just saw right there. Again, so basically, once you hit this part, you just want to be patient, build your FR. Also, you want to use Makina's FR if you are using the same team as me. Makina's FR actually charges way faster than Cost. Cost only increased by 10, 5 for every counter attack, so about 10 to 15, sorry, 15 to 20 I think. Depends on how many counters there is, but yeah, it's not a lot. Whereas Makina's one counter, for himself at least, is about 20 or 25 currently. So it's significantly different. So Makina's off-turn damage is a lot higher than Core. So yeah, use Makina's instead. If you don't have, then honestly, Hope would be a good replacement. It's just that you might need more FRs. And the issue with that is actually the turn count. Sorry. The turn count is only at 60 turns. I finished this at 51 and I had to use two FRs. The last FR was a kind of joke. In fact, I didn't even use the FR I believe for this run. So yeah, it is possible, you just need to be really safe because the boss can't go into their final sequence of the fight if there's a FR active, basically. He cannot cancel your FR, so basically you guys are not doing anything. In fact, he's killing you because he can't take damage, but you can. So his health will be stuck at 9, and then until he triggers his FR move, he will not take any damage. He can still be delayed, that's not an issue, but honestly you don't want to delay him because once he takes his FR, you want him to keep going without you dying, basically. So I'm just going to fast forward to the part where I believe I actually slowed down the video because it was just before they used their what do you call it? The FR gauge, yes, that was it, the FR gauge. So I'm just gonna leave you guys for a while until until the video reaches the part where I want to talk about. Okay, guys. So this is the part I was saying. I mean, if not, then it'll be really soon. Okay, so this is the part. At 9%, make sure that whoever has your Warrior of Light core, or whoever has the most mitigation, or your Redia core, or whoever. By the way, Raijin's core doesn't work. I took like a shit ton of damage. So yeah, Raijin's core doesn't work. I did on my Raijin core fell off. I'm not sure, but I think it doesn't work. I think it's a guaranteed hit. So yeah, this is the part where it's very important. I went into summon even though I don't really need it, because my Warrior of Light core is on Machina. And Machina's turn, if you notice, there's one more turn on the Force Gauge. The minute you're out of the Force Gauge, it will immediately do its Force Gauge move. So basically, the minute your Force Gauge ends, maybe your character takes a turn and that's it. You know, immediately it goes into that stupid thing. So make sure, because if you notice later on, once I leave the summon, it immediately goes into its Force Gauge move. So that's the very crucial part, because I have failed many times because I could not survive that Force Gauge move. It is significant. It hits significantly harder than look at it right here. See, it immediately goes into its final offense, whatever shit, and then yeah, this move, it does a lot. It will one shot your team. Okay, even Auron died or was put into last stand. So yeah, well, Core died. Core had more health. Core died. So be very careful with that part. I have failed once there. I've also failed towards the end, where there was I think 1 or 2 more turns of the Force Gauge of the enemy team. So in case you're wondering, like how do you kill this boss, just have to survive these 20 turns. It sounds very simple on in theory, right? But it is really difficult to do this without a decent tank. I wanted to bring Warrior of Light, but he couldn't survive the first gauge, the first sequence. I think with a Lena Call, it is possible, but the issue is that I tried once with Warrior of Light, and then I didn't even use the Lena Call, and and the joke was that I gave up after that. So yeah, maybe a Warrior of Light might be better than Auron, but your damage will decrease. Your counter attacks will decrease. So I'm not sure whether you can still finish it in 2 Force Gauges. Granted, my Force Gauge was at 999 towards the end, but that was also because Auron was countering, so there is still that 5%. And honestly, that's it. Really, that's it. Once you hit this part, you survive the initial, I think, first 4 attacks, and then the last 4 attacks. Those are the real painful ones, the very dangerous one. Basically, it's the all attacks. Because if you're running the same thing as me, you're running the same core as me, Auron is able to survive. Look at it, the 13k hit, the 130k hit, not an issue. Auron has the shields, or Auron has the last stand for him to survive it. You know, so again, not an issue. Look at it, 0. And even if he did, right, it's his turn again. Of course, if they are taking continuous turns, then that might be an issue. But again, that's the reason why I recommend a Word of Light call. Because he really lets you survive way longer than any of the other mitigation calls. Raijin blocks, if it can block, it blocks 4 attacks, right? 2 each. Rydia blocks 3 per target, and that includes brave attacks, right? So even if the brave attack miss, it decreases the dodge. So you have 3 each, but it's basically 3 of the boss's turns. Warrior of Light and his magical shield actually protects you for way longer than 3 of the boss's turn, because first of all it's a 3-turn call, right? And then you can if you're taking damage, you see later on that I start to take damage because the shield was wearing off, like there wasn't enough value to protect us. Just refresh it with his normal base call, and then you're good to go again. In fact, I think we passed it, but yeah. So, you know, Warrior of Light is a really good call for here for this fight. So I'm not sure who can replace him in case you don't have Warrior of Light. Again, I don't know why you don't have Warrior of Light. It's just his LD that's really important. And yeah, look at that. Not an issue for him. He's back up. Of course, if you don't have Warrior of Light, then I would recommend you save the summon right here, just so that when you're in a pinch, just go into summon, heal everybody up, get out of summon with almost full health, because you'll be taking HP tick damage. That is the effect of the force, the enemy's force gauge. Also, you can out heal it. You can, if you're looking at my heals versus the poison, you'll notice that actually my heals is way more than my poison. So it is possible to out heal it. The only issue is that the poison happens after. So yeah, you know, that's a problem. If you're wondering why my heals are, you know, outpacing the HP sap, it's because of Alexander. Like I said, he is the MVP right here. So that 10 turns HP regen lasts until now. I'm not sure why. Probably because it was only the really big hit that caused that to kick in, right? So and how little turns my team actually took. So that's probably why the regen is still active. So right here I'm actually trying to regen Makina, because I believe I already used the Lena call, so I wanted to regen him a bit. I didn't want him to break. First of all, I didn't want him to break. That's the most important part, and also because his shield actually ran out, so it is also important to pay attention to your buffs. Call can protect someone because you're constantly at 0. There's a very high chance that a lot of people will be breaking. So just make sure that your party members are protected, right? If Auron broke, in fact Auron won't break because he has shield, so I opted to protect Makina with Call, because Makina's shield ran out. So that's the few reasons why I actually managed to survive. And look at that, look at that. That was the second last turn. That was the most painful one. So make sure that you're able to survive it, because the follow-up attack is a single target. Auron should be able to tank it for you. So guys, I hated this fight. I really hope that you guys are also able to clear it. I hope this helps at least. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.